something big. This past summer, I visited Sydney, Australia, and stayed with a girl I had only met once who attended Hillsong College. Ever since, I have been thinking about my time there and how much I miss it. I then began to think about Hillsong College and began to wonder where it all started. Hillsong College is a leadership college in Australia, but it didn't start as a college, it started as a church. In 1978, Brian and Bobby Houston moved to Sydney from New Zealand. This couple attended Brian's father's church and soon wanted to branch out on their own and create a new church. A church that isn't a typical row of pews, but one that was different. They started Hillsong Church in August of 1983. They started this as Hills Christian Life Center, better known as The Hills. This is the main focal point of Hillsong Church, and it has only expanded from there. In the early 1990s, the church began to write its own worship songs and create a new name for the small church. As they were producing music, they needed a name and figured that Hillsong sounded better than Hills Christian Life Center, which caused them to rename the church to Hillsong in 1999. The church then decided that the Hills was too far for people who lived in the city, causing them to open a new location, the city, in Alexandria. From Chatswood to Bondi, and everywhere in between, Hillsong has expanded throughout Australia. The church has not only expanded in Australia, but across the globe. In the 1990s, Hillsong expanded to London. In 2007, a campus opened in Moscow, and a year later, one opened in South Africa. The following year, one opened in Sweden, and since then, they have grown more and more. Hillsong United, the music group, really got the name of Hillsong into the world. As more people heard the music, they started looking into the church as a whole. With such a hit, Hillsong then decided to branch out and make different music groups to appeal to different age groups. Hillsong Young and Free is focused to more teenagers, whereas Hillsong Worship is more songs to be played during a church service. Hillsong United is more of a neutral group that can appeal to any age group, and Hillsong Kids is made for children. Each age group also has different groups to become involved in. For example, women can join Hillsong Sisterhood, which initiates the Color Your World Women's Conference. Hillsong Wildlife is for teenagers to come together, and conferences have also become huge for Hillsong. Each year, Hillsong conferences bring in thousands at the Hills, including famous religious speakers and writers to come and share their testimonies to the world. The exponential growth of this church has even led to Hillsong College. This leadership college has had people from over 60 countries attending. This enriching experience also allows people to grow individually and spiritually. It started in 1995 to allow students of all ages to come and shape future leaders of this world. Students can become involved in areas in which they are passionate about, such as music, dance, TV, media, and pastoral. As a student picks their course, they can earn certificates, and if they stay for a full 4 years, they can earn a degree. Students are taught about God and take many classes focused on the Bible, but they also go out into the community and serve people. Australia is an atheist country, which is why they go out and show others God's love and serve them, because God loved us and we should do the same. Hillsong Church now has Hillsong Channel to allow people to be involved and listen to church services from anywhere in the world. They have Hillsong Radio to spread their music throughout, and last year Hillsong Let Hope Rise, a documentary, was released in theaters to show the world more of what this incredible church does for not only Australia but the world. Overall, Hillsong Church has expanded much further than anticipated and impacted people from across the map. This church will continue to prosper and grow more than it has now. From music to conferences, this church has grown from just a couple of people with a vision to an entire chain of churches all around the globe.